Gentlemen, he is the problem child, Jake El Gallo! Whoa! Making his entrance to the ring, the challenger, AJ Anthony Joshua!
MMA striking coach, man I've known for over 20 years, and our unofficial scorer, Sean Wheelock, gave the opening round to the returning legend.
Here we go, live.
A close fight, so you don't want
For AJ not having it on his own.
I think both guys actually taking it on the
Ching 2.
body by Paul. There's the left hand.
Put it fairly wide, haven't you, Carl? I know Tony Bellew has too. Just seen Anthony Joshua so fast. Left, right, left hook comes
to it. His age,
Yeah,
he's been pretty busy. Look at him.
that's a half.
Anthony Joshua. The Joshua
Answers with the right hand.
That left through the guard.
Oh, the
What uppercut there?
misses.
Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua matchup played out like a slow-building heavyweight story. The type where tension grows round by round and nothing is handed over easily. Every second carried weight. Every exchange felt earned, and the fight demanded patience rather than spectacle.
Anthony Joshua, as we all know, never been down, amateur or pro. But there's some
It's throws a lazy jab. That's what you want to.
That was Silva.
very loose to play a part in this.
In the opening bell, Jake looked relaxed and confident, light on his feet, bouncing, touching with shots, trying to dictate tempo and show he belonged at that level. Joshua, meanwhile, stayed tall and composed, calm eyes, disciplined stance, allowing the fight to come to him instead of forcing moments.
Landing his jab right there that really knocked Jake back.
We see that. Only one big shot, 2 points.
Yeah, this
The matching with the right hand. So a lot of focus on Joshua's as
They're trying to put a busy pace.
should home the crowd like that. Traction, the glamorous. Looks in control, but up close as he tries the uppercut.
Early rounds unfolded like a chess match built on strength. Jake circled, feinted, and searched for timing disruptions, while Joshua measured range, stepping just enough to remind him how tight the ring can feel against a seasoned heavyweight. As things settled, the exchanges sharpened, clinches turned physical, and the pace became more about mental endurance than speed.
2. Left hook there. And a rough ball on there. Combination from Silva.
Another jolting right hand sends Joshua down. Anthony Joshua floored and hurt here in the sixth.
Feel the arena tighten whenever Joshua planted his feet, and you could sense Jake digging deeper as pressure crept closer, refusing to panic, refusing to disappear. Midway through, the fight shifted into something different, less about narratives and more about surviving moments, managing fatigue, and making the right decisions under stress. Neither man rushed. Neither broke. Every round felt like belief colliding with experience in real time.
Very loose to play a part in this.
landing his jab right there that really knocked Jake back.
We see that. Only one big shot, 2 points.
Yeah, this
The matching with the right hand. So a lot of focus on Joshua's as
They're fighting a pretty busy pace.
should home the crowd like that. Traction, the glamorous. Looks in control.
Drive, sweat, breathing, and resolve told their own story. Both fighters leaned on composure as much as power. It wasn't reckless or flashy, it was controlled intensity. Ambition meeting heavyweight reality, leaving the crowd buzzing not because of one moment, but because the fight itself asked a question only the ring can ask.
It's a dangerous place to be and anything can happen, and you hope your opponent leaves the ring safely, but if they don't, you still have to go to bed at night knowing that you just done your job. It wasn't personal.
It is a big task, but if this fight were 14 months ago or whatever, however many months ago you had the belt, then when I win, it would have been me becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. So
you would have beat me for the belt.
And you claim you're better than Tyson, all these people. So
Before a punch was thrown, the contrast was clear at the weigh-in. Anthony Joshua stepped on the scale at 243.4 pounds, looking balanced, structured, and purposeful. Not size for show, but the build of a heavyweight prepared for 12 demanding rounds.
Oh, shit. 243.4. 243.4.
243.4 for Mr. Anthony Joshua. 243.4. I'm gonna need all media to scoot back this way, guys. All media, scoot back. Security.
No theatrics, no excess, just the presence of a man comfortable carrying size, strength, and expectation. At that weight, Joshua looked optimized for control and durability, heavy enough to impose authority while staying composed and patient. It felt less like a flex and more like a quiet statement of readiness.
Anthony Joshua, Jake Paul.
Noticeably lighter and sharper, carried himself with confidence rooted in conditioning and speed rather than mass. His frame reflected mobility, rhythm, and endurance, hinting at a plan centered on movement, timing, and trust in his gas tank.
Absolutely, Giles! You listen to me, brother! When the ring bells, I'm coming in there and I'm coming on his ass! You know who I are! I are him! Let's go!
216 pounds, Jake looked athletic and prepared, aware of the size gap, but not overwhelmed by it, choosing efficiency over bulk and precision over presence. The difference on the scale didn't feel like weakness. It felt like a calculated gamble. Two weights, two philosophies, sharing one ring with very different visions of how the night would unfold. Grabbed the mic and made one thing clear: kindness shouldn't be mistaken for mercy. Listening to Joshua, it didn't sound like arrogance. It sounded like experience speaking. He wasn't dismissing Jake. He was acknowledging belief as a real danger. When he said fans would get the full AJ, it wasn't trash talk. It was a professional warning.
You just think this guy's deluded?
Nah. Look, an amateur coming into the game with no experience, he's taken on some good names. They may be old, they may be from different combats in terms of MMA and so on, but he's got in the ring at a decent level, fought Tommy Fury and so on, so he believes in himself. I take it seriously, I respect it.
Yeah, but their levels, come on, AJ.
No favors, no shortcuts. Just a methodical heavyweight doing his job. The way he explained it felt like a craftsman talking about his work. Knockouts aren't accidents, they're built over time. Integrity mattered to him, and that's the part some might miss. This wasn't about playing roles. It was about respecting the sport.
The fact that you've been Olympic champion, two-time world champion, are you going to have to carry him to make it a spectacle? Or is he going to get the full, AJ?
The full. I've never gone in there and knocked someone out within 10 seconds. There's a methodical process to knocking someone out. But if the opportunity presents itself, I'm not planning on carrying Jake for one.
Yes, he leaned in a knockout talk with a smile, because everyone knows why boxing captures attention. This wasn't hype, it was honesty. At 243 pounds, power in both hands, and no interest in babysitting, AJ sounded like a man fully aware of who he is and what the moment demands. Calm, clear, unapologetic. That's when heavyweights become serious.
Jay, they want you to win by knockout. What do you make of that? People here in the States as well.
I love him. That's what we gotta do. That's what we're supposed to do. From the days of watching Mike, whether it's Foreman, Shavers, why do people love boxing? They don't love it from fighters that box 12 rounds and look great technically. They want to see people getting knocked out. It's just the game I'm in. People gotta understand it. And I know people know where I'm coming from. They're like, oh my God, he's so crazy. No. They want to see knockouts.
Right after AJ spoke with that calm authority, Jake stepped up sounding like someone who already accepted this moment in his own mind. Listening to him, It felt like classic Jake energy, part manifestation, part main character belief. He wasn't rushed or rattled, speaking as if this chapter was written long before it arrived. Corny at times, calculated but undeniably confident.
And to be brutally honest, not many of them are rooting for you. Some have said to me, he's deluded. What would you say to them?
I know you got him picked. Like, that's what it is, you know? Of course, people don't believe in me. They don't see what I can do. They're not in the gym with me. So I don't blame them for having that opinion and thinking that this is a crazy fight for me. But I see something completely different that no one else sees, and they're going to get to see it in roughly 24 hours.
Turning tension into comfort, making a towering heavyweight feel like just another role in his story. When he spoke about nerves, breathing, meditation, and letting energy flow, it didn't feel like fear, it felt like preparation wrapped in his own language. He acknowledged the difficulty, calling it the hardest challenge he's faced, and that honesty gave his confidence weight.
Pull this off.
Yeah, when I win tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be an incredible moment, but at the same time, I know that it's coming. So I'll be very happy, and it'll, shock the world. People the world will be turned upside down. But at the same time, it'll just be proving myself right, and I will be the face of boxing, the king of boxing, and just continue from there.
And this felt like more than a fight. It felt like a stress test for boxing itself, where experience, belief, preparation, and pressure shared the same ring. One side carried years of discipline and calm control. The other leaned on confidence, vision, and refusal to feel out of place. And that clash made every moment matter long after the bell. Now it's your turn. Did experience rule the night? Or did belief push the limits further than